Have you ever stopped to consider the humble potato, so often overlooked, and the vibrant tomato, bursting with color and flavor? These two seemingly different vegetables hold a fascinating story within them. One grows hidden beneath the soil, a starchy treasure patiently developing in the dark earth, nurtured by the cool, damp ground. The other hangs like a jewel from a sun-drenched vine, basking in the warmth and light, its skin glowing with ripeness. They seem worlds apart, in appearance, in texture, and even in how we typically prepare them. One, the potato, so often becomes a crispy chip, a comforting and satisfying snack. The other, the tomato, transforms into a rich sauce, the base for countless culinary creations. Yet, despite these differences, these two staples share a secret, a connection that lies deeper than what meets the eye. It's a deep, ancient family connection, a shared lineage that stretches back through centuries of botanical history. Both belong to the nightshade family, also known as Solanaceae, a remarkable clan that includes peppers of all shapes and sizes, chilies, adding spice and heat to cuisines around the globe, and even tobacco, a plant with a complex and controversial history. Despite their differences in growth and usage, potatoes and tomatoes are distant cousins, sharing genetic traits and a common ancestor. They are carrying a shared inheritance within their cells, a botanical blueprint that connects them in ways we might not immediately realize. Their journey from wild plants, growing in obscurity, to global superstars, gracing tables worldwide, is a testament to early farmers' ingenuity and their ability to recognize the potential hidden within these plants. Modern science, with its advanced tools and techniques, has uncovered their kinship, confirming what ancient wisdom may have already suspected. This is revealing a surprising chapter in their evolutionary history, a story of adaptation, survival, and the enduring power of nature. Even in the most common foods, the staples we take for granted every day, extraordinary stories are waiting to be told, revealing the hidden connection that bind us to the natural world. Our story begins in the dramatic Andes of South America, a region that stands as a testament to nature's grandeur. It's a land of incredible diversity, where towering peaks meet lush valleys, creating a mosaic of ecosystems. Here, in this remarkable setting, the wild ancestors of both the potato and the tomato emerged, marking the beginning of their long journey alongside humanity. This happened millions of years ago, a time when the Andes were still taking shape, sculpted by the forces of nature. These plants were hardy survivors, perfectly adapted to their rugged environments, learning to thrive where others could not. The wild potato thrived high in the Altiplano, a vast elevated plain where the air is thin and the conditions are challenging. It was able to endure frosty nights where temperatures plummeted, testing the limits of survival, and it also withstood intense sun, a constant barrage of solar radiation at such high altitudes. It developed a hidden store of energy beneath the soil, a reserve to help it weather the harsh conditions. Meanwhile, the ancestor of the tomato grew in lower, warmer valleys, a more hospitable environment compared to the high plains. It produced bright, berry-like fruit, small jewels of color amidst the green foliage. This fruit attracted birds to spread its seeds, ensuring the continuation of its lineage across the landscape. These two plants evolved side by side, each carving out its own niche in the Andean ecosystem. They were separated by altitude and climate, factors that dictated their unique adaptations and survival strategies. Yet they were shaped by the same powerful forces, the geological processes that molded the Andes themselves. For thousands of years they grew in the wild, untouched by human hands, flourishing in their natural habitat. They were perfecting their own strategies for survival, honing their ability to withstand the challenges of the Andes. Their destinies were intertwined by both their shared family tree, a botanical connection that linked them together, and they were also connected by the landscape that gave them life, the majestic Andes, their shared cradle of existence. The ancient peoples of the Andes were the first to unlock the potential of these wild plants. 8,000 years ago, they began domesticating potatoes, selecting for larger, tastier, and more nutritious tubers. The potato became the foundation of Andean civilization, revered, cultivated on terraced mountainsides, and preserved as chuno for survival. The tomato's journey led north to Mesoamerica, where the Aztecs cultivated it for its flavor, transforming meals with its vibrant taste. Potatoes provided essential calories. Tomatoes brought culinary delight. Both plants became deeply embedded in culture, art, and ritual. Ancient farmers, the world's first botanists, patiently shaped these crops over generations, Their work transformed wild plants into the diverse foods we know today. This legacy forever changed how humanity eats. For centuries, potatoes and tomatoes were seen as distant cousins, related but separate. But recent genetic research has rewritten their story. Scientists discovered that long ago, wild potatoes and tomatoes actually interbred, exchanging genetic material in the wild. This natural hybridization left a permanent signature in their DNA. It's as if two branches of a family tree secretly reconnected, blending their strengths. This revelation challenges our view of evolution as a simple branching tree. Nature, it turns out, is far more interconnected and creative than we imagined. What does it truly mean for two plants to hybridize? It's a question that delves into the very heart of plant evolution and adaptation. Imagine a bee, diligently collecting pollen from one vibrant flower and then, unknowingly, carrying that pollen to another, quite different flower. This simple act can lead to the creation of a seed, a tiny vessel, holding within it a unique combination of traits inherited from both parent plants. Hybridization is nature's ingenious method of mixing and matching genetic material, a way to explore new possibilities and combinations. It's a process that allows for the introduction of new traits with remarkable speed, accelerating the pace of adaptation and change. Consider this. If one plant possesses a natural resistance to a devastating disease and another has evolved to tolerate prolonged periods of drought, surviving even in the harshest conditions, their hybrid offspring might inherit both of these invaluable strengths, creating a plant that is both resilient and robust. In the fascinating case of potatoes and tomatoes, two staples of our modern diet, this ancient act of hybridization happened purely by chance, a serendipitous event in the history of plant evolution. Perhaps carried on the wind, a silent messenger of genetic exchange, or maybe by industrious insects, unknowingly ferrying pollen between wild relatives, bridging the genetic gap. The resulting hybrids, the product of this natural experiment, carried a diverse mix of genes, a tapestry of inherited traits, some of which proved to be exceptionally beneficial, conferring advantages that ensured their survival and were carefully preserved through countless generations. It's important to remember that this was not the result of genetic engineering, a deliberate manipulation of genes, but rather a spontaneous event, a natural occurrence in nature's grand and ongoing experiment of life. Understanding this fundamental process reveals the incredible complexity and sheer ingenuity of evolution, showcasing its power to shape the world around us. Our food plants, the crops that sustain us, are not static entities, fixed in time. They are, in fact, the products of dynamic and ever-evolving histories, shaped by surprising collaborations and chance encounters. The intertwined story of the potato and the tomato serves as a powerful testament to nature's boundless creativity and its ability to generate astonishing diversity. This ancient interbreeding still shapes the potatoes and tomatoes we eat today. Shared genes influence how these plants grow, taste, and resist disease. Some potato disease resistance may even come from ancient tomato genes. The incredible diversity of potatoes and tomatoes is built on this rich genetic foundation. Ancient gene mixing gave early farmers more options to select for new traits. Today, scientists use this knowledge to breed better, more resilient crops, improving nutrition, flavor, and sustainability. Next time you enjoy fries with ketchup or a baked potato with salsa, remember, you're tasting a story millions of years in the making. These culinary pairings echo an ancient genetic partnership. Our meals are a direct result of journeys that began in the Andes and continue through science today. The story of potato and tomato teaches us the value of biodiversity. Wild relatives in the Andes are living libraries of traits, disease resistance, climate adaptation that we may need for future crops. Protecting these wild places safeguards our food supply. Ancient farmers' wisdom, built over millennia, reminds us to respect and learn from nature. By blending traditional knowledge with modern science, we can create more sustainable agriculture. As climate changes, understanding natural hybridization helps us breed stronger, adaptable plants. The intertwined tale of potato and tomato connects us to ancient civilizations and the wild landscapes that birthed our food. The past holds the seeds for our future harvest. If we tend them wisely,